What's up, guys? So, continuation on the Adtran project. As you know, in my last video, I moved everything downstairs because I was sick of listening to it. I'm just finally getting it back up and running. So, I got a trunk link going back over to my main network, and this is feeding in some static IPs from my BGP range and some management network stuff. And it's coming out over another trunk into the switch module of the Adtran. So just recently, I got the SHDSL card running. This is it's called EFM, Ethernet in the First Mile. So basically, what they do is they bundle up individual HDSL pairs. So up to 8 of them, I guess, at a time. And they bond the DSL internet service or whatever service they're delivering over these channels, these DSL channels. So it allows you to have an aggregate bandwidth of however many channels you're using. So you can see I got 8 channels running here, and I have split between 2 units, so 4 and 4. And the back of this card here has a really strange connector. So it's not a regular RJ21. This is called a 60-pin champ connector. So it actually has 32 individual pairs. So that's coming down here to the ground to my fantastic punch down system. Eventually I will mount that on the wall. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking out 8 separate pairs. 4 pairs are going to this CPE and 4 pairs are going to this CPE. Then what I've done inside the configuration of the Adtran is basically you create an EVC map of what VLAN you want to dump the CPE traffic into. And you can do different VLANs or different EVCs per port. So you could have one port for internet and another port to deliver, say, voice service into an Adtran PRA gateway. So I got the laptop hooked in here for the first time, and I believe it should be working now. I'm gonna refresh. This is a speed test server hosted on the core network over there. So we're gonna see what speed we get. It should be around 20 megs because I'm bonding 4 connections, and that's about how much speed I was expecting. So 6 millisecond ping from here over to there is not terrible, but not great. Yep, 20 megs down. Yep, and 20 megs up. And that is why they call it symmetrical, symmetrical HDSL. It's a symmetrical high-speed digital subscriber line. That's what that stands for. So we've definitely added on a lot more last mile technologies here. So to recap, we got the 2.5 gigabit GPON card, which is serving these guys right here, which actually I just got a phone hooked up to it. Can make calls and whatnot from this now. I'll do that a little bit later. I can't remember if this is actually set up to work right now. Yeah, no dial tone right now. I still have a little bit more work to do on that, but eventually I'll be able to call out of these. So yep, that's the GPON. Then we got the combo ADSL2 card. So I don't know if this thing can do vector bonding, vector DSL bonding. If anyone knows, let me know, because I could not see any spot in the configuration where to bond different pairs so I could get multiple pairs out to the CPE. Either way, so the ADSL card is feeding a single circuit to this COM trend. And you can see it's got internet, DSL1 is online. This thing works. It's not too bad. It's quite slow, but what do you expect? Then of course we got the EFM we just talked about. And coming up next, I'm currently waiting for a T1 card, a quad T1 card because I'd like to terminate some voice circuits in this and kind of show you how it would work in real life. So in real life, you would have the Adtran device at the central office. You'd have a T1 or DS0 card, and then you would send those T1s over the outside plant, and you would hook it into, sorry that's loud, let me just go over to my voice wall here. You guys haven't seen this. This is where all my voice equipment is. But in real life, you would take the DS1 card or T1 card from that Adtran, and you would hook it into one of these guys right here. So this is I don't even know what you call it. It's basically an IAD, integrated access device. So this would take the T1 from that Adtran over on the other side, and you can dump it out into different things. So this one right here has FXO cards and FXS cards. So each one of these is a single individual voice circuit. So 4, 8, 16, and then these are, I don't know what those are. I don't think they're the same, but so this, I could dump that T1 from the Adtran into this guy, and then I could come back out of this and have however many actual physical POTS lines that I wanted. And this is how they, fix the issue with not having enough copper pairs to certain places. Say you had a large school or, another institution, and they ordered, something obscene like 100 voice lines. They're not going to run 100 individual copper pairs down to your location. That's an absolute waste. They're going to run, 1 or 2, however, four T1 lines, break them out as DS0s, put them into one of those IADs, and dump out a bunch of voice lines for you. That's the power of multiplexing. It's pretty crazy. So either way, the next video will be on the T1 card. We'll see if we can get that going. Have a good day, guys.